All right.
Uh,
Hello,
right.
hello. Welcome to another episode of the I Am Guyanese series. My name is Vanya, and I'm here with Arinze Chance, the bestest run in the world, in my opinion. Even though I can't, I think that's probably the first time I admit that to your face. But
I
we'll,
mean, I'll take it. So it works.
so
It's
hello,
because we're
Arinze.
not, because we're not in competing houses at school. So that's why I'll take it.
Why you had to bring that up, man?
Uh,
Good, good, good. All right, we'll start over. Arinze, who will be on his best behavior during this entire interview.
I will. I promise.
Hi.
I
Um,
will. Thank you for having me, Vanya.
Absolutely. Thank you for agreeing to be a part of this. So, first question, who is Arinze Chance besides the best sprinter?
um, well, that's a very interesting question because there's so many parts of Arinze Chance. There are many parts of Arinze Chance, but I think the one part that I tend to cling to more is my athletic side. And that's basically who I am because I've been doing it for 20 years of my life. I am a track athlete, I guess, from birth. All through my school life, from primary, secondary, tertiary level education, even now as a professional athlete, I have been involved in sprinting. I decided that, that's just kind of the direction that I wanted my life to go in because I feel like it was a God-given talent and the ability that I have, not many people possess it. So I'm just using that as my way of reaching out to many persons, networking, and also giving back to the community. But in simple terms, Arinze Chance is just your everyday guy. I'm as simple as they come. I definitely just love the basic things in life, like food and, going out, hanging out, being with friends, going to the malls, shopping, spending quality time with family, friends. That's literally who I am. My life is very simple. I don't think I do much outside of track and field. I mean, everything you see on my social media, it's either track and field, family, church, food, clothing. That's it. That's literally it.
You're saying that's it, but that's so beautiful though. Cause like that, those are the things that really matter in life, right? And
Yep.
like what you said about your God-given gift, listen, even as a person I would say like I'm like a gym freak. Running,
Uh-huh.
I will walk, as the song said, 1,000 miles. But running for a minute, it's like, who did I hurt? So that's definitely a gift. Running slow or fast, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I
I
could cover the
trust me, I
same
understand.
distance walking.
I don't like walking, which is actually crazy because I would run fast, but when it comes to walking, I am the slowest walker. Even
That's
at
how you
practice,
know.
I walk slower than everybody else. I'm like, yeah, I don't know why we're in a hurry. Like we could just walk slow. We
Well,
can literally just walk slow.
that's how you know it's a gift. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah, I'll take that.
So in addition to being all those amazing things and all those things being important, I will add that being Guyanese is also important to you.
Yeah,
Um,
yep.
Born and raised. So where in Guyana did you grow up?
So, three areas. The first place was Kwamina Street. I was just a baby there, so I didn't really spend that much time there. And then we moved to Kitty. That's where I would have spent the majority of my school life, nursery, primary, secondary school. And I think the latter part of secondary school was I would have spent that in Eccles on the east bank of the
Okay.
MR. So I only spent probably about 2 years there before, I migrated for school and all of that. So I
I'm gonna
guess
pretend like I don't know where you live because you.
Central Georgetown, Kitty, I guess closer to the sea walls, and then you have Eccles. So I had a little taste of everything around Georgetown.
And your house had the best taste of food,
I
the
mean, it still
best
does,
ice cream, like still the best ice cream. Like there's nothing tops it.
No, during
Like,
the Lights
nothing,
catering
no,
service, their homemade
literally,
ice cream, chef's
no,
kiss.
it's the best. The best. No, like seriously though, and the fudge.
Oh yeah.
I don't care
Oh yeah.
how long the last bite is. Anyways,
We're not here to talk about food, guys.
we
Please.
not.
Oh, we are? Oh,
I
that's
mean, food. Food is a huge.
Let's go. I'm here for it. I'm ready.
Wait, what's the page again? What's the name of the business again?
The Rinse Delights Catering Service. Best
Yeah.
homemade snacks that you can
Oh,
find.
scratch that. Best snacks.
Best snacks. Best snacks. Period.
The only horrible thing is that I can't get to like whenever I want.
Yeah,
That's my fault.
I'm pretty sure there are plans in place to,
Okay.
make that accessible to, North American and Caribbean
We
countries.
definitely gotta
So,
stay
but
posted.
let's keep that on the low for
Yeah.
now, just
Okay.
until,
It
but
just exists.
it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So speaking of snacks, I know this might be hard for you, but what was like your top three snacks growing up? Like Guyanese snacks.
Uh, I think it depends on where I am or where I
Okay.
was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But for sure, at the top of that list, cross buns, hands down. I wouldn't consider that a snack, but it was a snack for me just because I enjoyed like the sweet, flavor of the
Yeah.
fruits, the raisins, and of course, cross buns, they kind of have like that coating of sugar at the top.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that kind of like cemented cross buns as the top thing on my snack list. I don't even care what anybody else has to say. Cross buns
Yeah.
is snack to me.
So how do
Um,
you eat it? Just like with mouth or with cheese,
it
egg,
depends. I could do
add
this
butter?
thing. Here's the thing about crossbuns. It's a versatile snack. So you don't
Listen,
even eat it
that's
one
it.
way all the time. So for
Right.
breakfast, you could put it with a nice slice of cheese, anchor cheese only. Any other cheese is a violation.
You're
You
not
get
wrong.
that
You're not
crossbuns nice and warm. The cheese melts on the inside.
wrong.
Lunchtime, you could have a nice little snack. I've actually tried cross buns, and don't even judge me, don't even take away my Guyanese carrot for this, but I've actually tried cross buns here in the US
Uh-huh.
with deli meat. So I made
I
like a
can see
deli meat
that.
sandwich with the cross buns.
Yeah.
Bussin'.
I can.
So I can eat cross buns at any time of the day.
But sometimes like just a cross buns with a thick-ish slice of anchor cheese,
Yes.
a cup of Milo.
Oh,
Woo!
dinner.
See, that's
That's
it.
dinner. That's dinner. So you got
That's it.
course meal with one thing, cross buns.
Yeah, right.
But second on my list, I think it would have to be egg ball. I
Okay.
think I love egg ball just because, it's a delicacy to me that I've never seen anywhere else. I don't think
That's
anybody
true.
has combined, crushed cassava deep fried with a boiled egg to the center and adding the sour on it.
What type of
It,
sour?
it depends. It could be mango or it could be tamarind. It depends. This is the only two types of sour I would use with
Right.
egg.
Right.
So that's it for me. I've had other types, but they didn't really like hit the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
So egg ball, I like my snacks. They have to be versatile.
Okay.
So I definitely love egg ball. Any time of the day, I could eat an egg.
And I was gonna say egg ball is one of those. So it could be snack. It could be breakfast because it got an
Yeah.
egg. It could
Yes,
be lunch.
because you
It
got the
could be
cassava and
dinner.
the egg,
Right.
I can
It
eat it late
really
in the
could.
afternoon. So
Yeah. And you really just need one
yeah.
because every time it's like one is not enough. But once you finish the one, it's like you chat.
But you see the thing about it now that you mention it, when I was in Guyana just the other day, I realized like either the egg ball size getting smaller or my belly just getting bigger because I can't understand
You're
that.
pushing tortilla.
Well, you see, this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm looking at these egg balls and these egg balls small, small, small. And I was like, this is we are really selling to people. I remember going to school, one egg ball from that
It's
canteen
like
at
he got a hunt for the egg.
yeah,
It,
take cassava. No, the cassava tin. As soon as you cut it with a fork, you reach the egg. It's
the one of the protein, There's
like, I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them. But definitely, I say the third snack for me. So we had crossbuns, we had
egg
egg
bomb.
ball. The third thing for me is simple: ripe plantain chips. I think is a
I like
state.
crystals.
Anywhere you go,
Listen,
airport, taxi ride, bus ride, you're driving in a car,
I
you know,
must say though, the best ripe plantain chips with sour, in my opinion, in like my experience, was the
uh-huh.
one at Lessons.
Lessons, of course. I knew you were gonna say that. That was the best one. That was literally the
Okay,
best
I
one.
just saw if it's just me. Like, but
No, no.
now I before for me used to be green plantain chips, but lessons plantain chips like no, ripe is the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I
The
don't know
right
if the man's still around, but God bless he whole family, he children, grandchildren, everybody.
lives adolescents
Listen,
with those plantations.
listen, and
Save
his
the-
mango sour,
That was this that was the perfection of sour, like perfection
that
embodied in
he
sour. Like
understood.
this
Like his
literally.
sour is sour.
Yes. There's
Oh,
this sour you find in the dictionary when you search for the word
when you
sour.
think about
There's
sour, listen,
there's it. That is sour.
God bless the man wherever he there.
Wherever he is. Mr. Plantain Chip Man.
Much. Oh my God. Okay. So if you had to describe Guyana in one dish, like one of our dishes, what would that dish be?
That would, I mean, it has to be honest. It's two things, and it's two things that come to mind, right? So, all right, the
Okay.
first thing I would say is pepper pot because it's our national dish.
Okay.
Um, but then I'd also say like any variation of soup because that is a Sunday staple in
Mhm.
every Guyanese household.
That's true. Even if it's long water or
It
tea,
doesn't even matter what kind of soup it is. It's not Sunday if soup ain't served.
you're
It's
not
a
wrong.
different day of the week. It's a different day of the week. It's Saturday or Friday or something like that. It's not Sunday. So if I was to tell anybody about, you know, get to describe Guyana as
Yeah.
one food to any person, any part of the world, I'd
Mhm.
use soup.
That's
Because,
interesting. I would say as a household, I didn't always have soup on a
oh,
Sunday.
shame. I feel for you.
Sorry.
I feel for you. I don't know. I don't
But it
know how
was
you
okay,
but
okay. It was either soup or metam though, but it's still within the
okay.
same.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
Still,
mean, I guess some dal and saltfish and rice. But the point is, soup was like it. Soup said Sunday.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Guyanese Sunday,
Guyanese
especially
Sunday
you went
and
to
Guyana
church or
soup.
whatever it is afterward. That soup was
Do you remember the first time you went to a restaurant in America and it had soup on the menu? I decided, let me just try it. It's
disappointment overload.
like you want cry.
That is long water. That I was like, where
This
is
not soup. This
everything?
broth. This broth.
Exactly, exactly. Where is everything that makes the soup soup? It's not in here. This is literally
With the edo, with the cassavo, and even if you try to make soup here, I haven't found, huh?
dumplings just be small like this. I don't know what
And there's
kind
no
of
dumpling.
there's no dumpling, but anyway.
Like I didn't realize that the taste of Guyana soup was actually the taste of Edo until I didn't have Edo.
Mm.
I didn't even like Edo like that, but now,
No, no, you miss it.
now I think about Edo leave cook up. Anyways,
Listen, the food that we're speaking about, you are getting me too hungry
like
when
seriously,
we're talking about
I
this.
need dinner number two now.
Mm.
Oh my
All
God.
right,
So
upward.
talking about so you're currently living in the US,
Yes.
right? And talking about like interacting with non-Guyanese. I was gonna say Americans, but we interact with people from across the world in the US.
Right.
So non-Guyanese. What was the first time, or do you remember one of the first times you said or did something and you realized that was a Guyanese only thing from interacting with non-Guyanese? So
No.
my favorite example was first week, actually the first day in the US, in New York, me and Gabby, my sister, went to the shop and we asked for a pack of Chico.
That's funny. That is very funny.
Yeah. It didn't really go well. But
Well, for me is I had several examples of things that I realized only Guyanese said or
mhm.
Guyanese would have done. And because, I would have had a lot of exposure to athletes across, you know,
At
the,
least the Caribbean. Yeah.
coming from all over. I think one of the biggest things for me was probably just saying something incorrectly, like, just using some English word that was used incorrectly,
Mhm.
like just now. Like somebody made me realize, I can't remember, I probably was a freshman in
Mhm.
college, and somebody was like, what do you mean just now? I was like, I'm gonna do it just now. Like, I'm not doing it now, I can do it just now. It's like,
Right.
why would you put just? And I didn't realize that only Guyanese said that.
Right.
I mean, and I didn't think that was wrong,
I don't
but
think it's wrong, but I'm
but
like,
this they made me feel like if like, oh, I'm like, all right, cool,
did you realize that
I'll
Mickey's was two words?
yes, make haste. That made me realize that too. Make haste was two words. What was the other? There was another one that is always funny to me. I can remember it before we even finish. But it was just like, simple terms that we would say in Guyana, things that we tend to overlook. Like I can remember like in practice, generally we would talk about a few, you know,
Mm.
a few literally just means two. But we
Right.
would say few and or couple, sorry, not few,
Okay,
couple.
yeah, give me
Couple, couple literally, yeah.
couple of
I mean
shit.
like give a couple minutes, or
Yeah.
and they would be like, okay, 2 minutes. And then I'm like,
Like,
no, like
no,
I
no,
mean
no,
like
no,
give me
no,
a couple more minutes and they're
right.
like, I'm not why are you
A
telling me my
couple is
limited
like a good like 3 to 20 minutes.
exactly couple got big range. Like you don't limit me to two. But then
It's just like
after
right around the corner. It's not.
afterwards, you tend to realize that we just have this unspoken understanding of each other,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when somebody says something, they're not being literal with it.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that, and that was
But
a
we
little
use a lot of onomatopoeia. That's the word, right? Like all the sound effects.
yes.
Fall down, bradam.
Para
Like,
jump in the water, blue shoe. Yep, yep. I mean, that helps with us, delivering the story. I
hmm
think that makes us great storytellers. So
that's true.
Enid
But,
Blyton and Nancy Drew, and then they got nothing on us. We
but
definitely
those were good books. But yeah, but yeah,
story time. We got it covered.
we got this. Ooh, blackout nights. Anyways,
Oh.
so another big part of the Guyanese culture, and another reason why I really miss being home is the number of holidays that we have. So we have the national holidays, and we have or like secular holidays, and then non-secular holidays. What
Right.
was your favorite holiday, Guyanese holiday, and why?
Christmas,
Okay.
easily. I don't even think there's a competition for that. Anybody else says anything else
I mean,
other
it depends on people's homes.
fair, but listen, this is the thing about Christmas. I can give you like three reasons. I could probably list 10, but I'll give you three reasons why Christmas is the best time or best holiday,
Okay,
best season for me. One, the gifts, obviously. Whether you're receiving or giving,
that's true.
it's definitely um, a great opportunity to give to those without
hmm
or to receive if you've been working hard, like going to school. The
Yeah,
Christmas term was the best term, literally every single year,
with
because you
grades gonna be
want
high. That yeah,
grades gonna be high regardless. You
yeah,
want some Christmas time. So it's
yeah.
all about the giving, receiving, whatever it is, around Christmas time that easily makes it the best holiday for me. But
hmm
number two is the time spent with either family, friends, or general, loved ones. Because whether I think that's like synonymous to Thanksgiving in America.
Right. Yes.
Everybody comes together, and
hmm
that's Christmas for us. And I love the feeling, like I mentioned in my introduction, I'm a family guy. I love being around family and friends and all that. So Christmas is the one holiday. I mean, outside there are a few other holidays that you
Yeah.
can get that feeling, but I think the obligation is there specifically
You
for
have to,
Christmas. You have to
even if
be
you had quarrel,
there. You understand?
you
Even if you're
gotta.
out the country, you're coming back. It's Christmas. You have to
Right.
be.
Right.
And the third thing is obviously the food. Like there's a lot of food around Christmas time, from the pepper pot for breakfast, the
hmm
ham, the turkey, you
We
got
all had
dessert.
turkey for Christmas too.
We had everything: chicken,
I,
steak,
you know,
ham,
the first
turkey.
time I had turkey was when I came here.
That is interesting to me. You see, I live in
You're
a
not
house
the
with
first person.
caterer. So
No,
it
obviously you live in a house with the best of the best, of the best. Point
I
blank,
mean,
period. So I mean, you're kind of biased. Um,
I thought it was normal, but
it might be. It just wasn't in my house.
fair enough.
The,
I,
you know,
I
it's,
sympathize with you, but I understand with you as well.
but we had like stuffed chicken. We also had ham. We had fish. We
Yeah.
had, like, it was like so many things. I didn't, and turkey
You
dry.
didn't need it. Turkey dry, exactly.
And
Nobody liked it, but it was there all the time, just staring you in your face. You know, it's like
like, why are we doing this?
I can take a piece just
Turkey
because
had
it
to
is, but I
die.
don't really like it. Ham, chicken, fish, good enough
Yeah.
for me. Seafood for those who
Okay.
can actually handle seafood.
Did y'all broke up house for Christmas?
Yes and no. It wasn't something that was like, I guess, mandatory, but
Okay.
it just happened sometimes and sometimes it didn't. So I wouldn't say yes, I wouldn't say no.
But there was like a general clean. Maybe it was more long, like over the
Yeah,
entire December, as opposed
December
to like
period, yeah.
that's how we were too. Like the whole like yeah, mommy did like a room at a time. So you
Okay.
always had somewhere to live.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of did it. You know, everybody had their bedrooms when we were old enough.
Yeah,
Everybody did their bedrooms, curtains and all of that. You know, you bring
right,
out the Christmas stocks, you
right.
know. And then everybody would tackle, let's say, the kitchen at one time, the living rooms, wherever it is, and then, you know, bathrooms, wherever. So we took turns on
Yeah,
like individual things, but then we worked together to get it. So it wasn't really like this,
broke
you know,
up.
big
Yeah.
Christmas Eve type hustling and bustling type thing.
By the 22nd, our house, the latest, our house was done.
Yeah.
Decorations were up.
Decorations up and
Harry
everything.
Belafonte being going, and you know what I mean? Black cake already started, all the cake
Correct.
started baking. The whole broke up house the 24th. Then you exhausted, you fall asleep at the table the next day, or you wake up till 10 o'clock or 11 the next Christmas. They'd have the day done. Boom.
Half the day done. What's the point? What's the point of missing
Exactly.
half of Christmas? So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
Christmas was easily my.
Different people do different things. The breakup house is not my.
Yeah, that
So
wasn't.
I'll put your business out there. So you have an older sister. Shout out
Mhm.
to big sisters.
Shout out to yourself.
You know, I mean, did your parents have different rules with how long y'all could be outside, depending on if it was her versus you?
I'll tell you this. No, we had the same rules.
Okay.
However, as the boy,
Hmm.
you know, I would have been somewhat uncomfortable with those rules. And I would have, you know, let's just say the rules were there. It was up to me whether I obeyed them or not.
And obey them and deal with the consequences as
Of
well.
course, consequences all the time. You know,
Because I know how to behave.
it ranges from, you know, you getting no allowance, the door not open, you know, all of these different things. You sleep in the car, you wait outside. If you take a taxi to come home, you stand up outside and you wait. You know, you call big sis. I see, shout out to big sisters indeed, because there were several times when I called my sister and be like, yo, open the door for me, I outside.
But she can tell you a piece of your mind, but she can still let you
Of
in.
course, you always, you know what is good. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nonetheless, the rules were the same. But you know, sometimes like I felt as if as
You
the
didn't
man,
need
you know, I didn't
as the
need.
man. Oh,
Yeah, when I was growing up into being a man, when I was younger, it didn't matter to me because your parents took you and the parents brought you back. But
right.
after a certain age, you know, you felt as if a
You can
certain time
handle
was too
right.
early for you, you
So
know?
let's take it back to like primary school age. Did
Mhm.
you have like a curfew? Was it like once the sun set, you gotta come inside?
Um, yeah, for the most part, because I hardly played outside. Like
Really?
the most thing I would do is like play cricket in the street, and
Okay.
you know, it wasn't like safe to do it. So I didn't get to do that all the time. It was
You didn't
probably
play like Stall Out and Catch Us, you know? No?
catch up and all them thing was in school. That was the only place I used to play that.
You
I
have
don't,
playdates.
funny thing is, I don't even know how to play soccer.
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
It's embarrassing, but
It's
I
been,
didn't learn.
I probably played, the last time I probably played was like 10 or 12.
Okay, well, you see,
So,
at least you played it.
but
I
at
never.
least if I get a crash course, I think I could jump back in.
You can jump back into it.
Yeah.
But it requires, you know, running. And remember we spoke about it.
See, I could run. No, I would run for games, but the whole
Okay.
like just the road in
You
front of
won.
me, and I just gotta go. Where we going? Why? Why we can't walk,
Why
drive,
we can't walk?
crawl? Why we gotta run? Where we running from?
Oh God. I love it.
All right, so I know you were a really good social studies student.
Wait.
So I'm gonna ask you some kind of social studies questions.
Alright, let's see.
Renzi, what's the longest river in Guyana?
Essequibo, easy.
See?
I thought we were gonna start with the hard questions, but there we go. Start with the easy one.
Name one
Essequibo.
Amerindian tribe.
Name
One Amerindian tribe.
Arawak. My father's an Arawak, so I know that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, his mother was an Arawak, but
Okay.
this is got watered down to him, and it's even
Put
more watered
it
down to
down.
me. But
So how do you identify like ethnically? Let's
I mean, I say mixed most of the time, just because as much as my skin is actually dark,
hmm
I would be doing a disservice to all my ancestors if I just said that I was Afro-Guyanese.
right.
On both sides of my family, mother and father, they have at least four ethnic groups. They're made up of
Right.
at least four ethnic groups. So I
Okay.
just say mix just to, not have a long, lengthy conversation about it.
And the reason why I asked is because I mean I would say you're Douglas, but I was just asking how you identify.
I say
Um,
mix Douglas. I mean, Douglas in Guyana, mixed in America. So it
yeah.
depends on where I am.
This is well, okay.
Yeah,
Douglas mix. And the reason why I asked is because like you said, in the American context, honestly in the Western context, it's kind of this attitude of like you're either white or you black or
yeah,
something. And it's like if you try to say, oh, I'm mixed, like, oh, so you're not proud of being black? Like, no, I'm actually proud of being black, but I'm also proud of all the other ancestors.
exactly. You know?
Like for me, I'm black. I mean, I always been black, 4C here, then going away. But also, my great great grandfather came from China.
Right,
Like I could identify with five different of the Guyana ethnic groups. So,
right.
and I have cousins and families that look that way. So for me to be like, oh, I'm just black, to me, I feel like I'm ignoring a
Correct.
huge part of my history.
Yeah,
So that's the reason why, because that's a big part of our identity as Guyanese as well.
yeah,
You
yep.
know, um, national bird,
Candy pheasant.
national animal.
I have to think about that. Is that a jaguar? I think
Yes.
jaguar. Yeah, okay, cool.
See, that's it.
Oh, we're getting harder. All right, let's go.
That's all I have written down. I could pull some out.
Oh God, yeah. No, I got those correct. Let's leave me on a winning stage.
First president.
First executive president or first president?
First president.
Arthur Chum.
See? See? All right, that's all I got.
For some things, some things, not everything. So
So, what does being Guyanese mean to you?
it means that I am a product of several cultures. That's the first thing to me. I am not just what other people might think I look like,
Mhm.
but I am, like we were just speaking about, I am literally a descendant of all ethnic groups that would have come to Guyana, whether through, on their own, whether, originating there or slaves, indentureship, however it is, whatever brought them there. That's literally who I am as a Guyanese. I am also a person who is a food lover because everybody in Guyana, either they know how to cook, they enjoy eating other people's cooked food.
Mhm.
Because it's like the fast food culture is not a thing there.
Unfortunately, it's getting bigger and bigger, but
It's not
it's
there,
not
like
original.
compared
Yeah,
to other places.
right.
So, to me, being Guyanese, apart from, the whole cultural aspect, the food is a part of our culture.
Mhm.
And, for me, it's definitely just having an appreciation for all foods. There's not one thing that we can literally go to and think, oh, this is the thing that I'm going to eat for a long time, like how
Right.
in other countries, I use America as an example, they love like American food, like burgers, mac and cheese,
Pizza.
barbecue,
Yeah.
pizza,
Yeah.
things like that. We don't have that one or one food group that we could
Mhm.
cling to and say, oh, this is Guyanese food, a wide array of food. And
Mhm.
for me, honestly, it's just culture, food, and just the enjoyment of the people. I think
Yeah.
I enjoy being Guyanese because you may not know somebody, but by seeing them a lot, y'all become friends automatically. Like,
How many
hey,
cousins you gain moving
got
to the
cousins
US
and
just because you Guyanese?
literally, and I think that's an appreciation for each other.
Hmm.
We tend to think like, we're divided or whatever it is, but we're
Yeah,
really not.
really not.
If you really think about it, we're more connected than any other, in my experience, any other culture around the world. We literally allow ourselves to become familiar with each other
It's
on
so,
with
it's like even when I think about, and sorry, not to like you're saying how old it makes you, but it's like even just being identifying as like Afro Guyanese, like in food that's from our Indian ancestors, that's my food.
yeah, exactly.
That's my like I don't
I
period
eat
fried
all the
rice,
time.
chow mein. Guyana got the best Chinese food. We Chinese food better than the Chinese food in China, and I would die on that note.
Yes.
Like, listen,
Yes. So it's definitely amazing being Guyanese because we have a privilege that not many other nations have, and that is to coexist with so many ethnic
yeah.
groups and to share things. And it just allows us to be more cultured. We use that term a lot. It
Mhm.
definitely allows us to be more cultured. So if we pay more attention to the positives of, you know, coexisting in Guyana, even though we're a small country
Yeah,
population wise, um, we can really see the benefits of that versus just being negative about things and not being
yeah.
satisfied. You know?
And what would you say to a young Guyanese who probably, let me specify, a young Guyanese that's migrated and they feel like, oh, they're the only one, but they feel like they have to kind of dumb down being Guyanese to kind of fit in or to
Yeah.
be understood. What would you say to that person? Like, think back to when you first came.
Let anybody that you have a conversation with know that it's Guyana, not Ghana. That's the
Mm.
first thing. Don't ever let them
Mm.
feel as if you're from Africa. We are from South America, and we do not, even though we are in South America, we aren't South American by culture. We're Caribbean by culture. And I think that's so unique.
It
You know,
is so
we
beautiful.
have
It used
so
to be like a
many.
mouthful, but like, we're the only ones.
I'm telling you,
We're the
is
only
who else
ones.
is like us? And I think to any young person, be proud of where you're
Yeah,
from and be proud of who you are. Because if you understand the uniqueness of your situation, the shape of the country, the resources that we have, culturally, how we are, geographically, where we are, there's so many things about Guyana that would make you proud to say that you are Guyanese. And I used it in my experience as an opportunity to educate persons about my country.
yes.
Like, oh, no, we don't have blue water beaches, but we got Blackwater Creek.
And it, listen,
Never see them before, right?
never
Exactly.
miss the blue water though. Never miss
You
it.
understand? You would
Like,
come there and you literally see your hands through that,
yeah,
black water.
yeah,
And if you're knowledgeable about Guyana and the things of Guyana, then it would be a great opportunity for you to teach Guyana to the rest of the world.
mhm,
Don't try to hide who you are. Don't try to hide away and be ashamed and try to, fall into another category. Oh, you're
right,
Caribbean, you must be Jamaican, or oh, you're
right.
from Africa and you just leave it as a no, you're Guyanese,
No,
South
correct that.
American, Caribbean, multicultural,
Correct
fifth,
them with love. My introduction is always, my name is Vanya. I'm from Guyana, not Ghana. It's South
right?
America. We're the only English speaking country in South America. As a matter of fact, we're a Caribbean country.
Yep, yep,
Let it sink in. And then
yeah.
ask the questions. But knock it all out. Just,
Yeah, yeah. Just
you
keep
know,
it literally like on a flashcard so you know
yeah,
exactly
you
what to say and
know
when.
who you are.
Yeah, be proud of it.
Yeah.
We're the only ones. There are only 800,000 of us. People think it's a bad thing, but it's a good thing. Imagine compared to,
In Guyana.
yeah, in Guyana, right? There's the population that
Because
they
there's
get.
enough for us, so we outside of Guyana.
Correct. But think of it as, you know, being a part of a small population size of people that unique. There's a blessing.
Yeah.
That's a blessing.
And it's like
We
wherever we go, even though we're so small in number,
Yeah,
You know, oh, I know so and so. Oh, they Guyanese?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
we dominate. It is what it is.
we're doing our thing.
Yes. Well, Renzi, thank you so so much. I This was fun. I
I'm
told you it was
happy.
gonna be fun.
I know. I anticipated fun. It's always a good time when Vanya is around, so I'm not surprised.
If our child versions of ourselves hear us right now, be like,
No,
what?
but you see the thing about it, child you and adult you will always be two separate yous
That's
because
true.
as you're developing, you're learning your likes and dislikes and stuff like that. But
That's
when
true.
you get to the adult stage,
You
you
realize it's
understand
important.
why you did many of the things that you did, and you're like, you know what, it worked out for the best. Be
Yeah.
uniquely you. That's who you
Thank
are. And if
you.
you're fun, what can you say about that? You know? I really appreciated the opportunity to be here to speak with you. Um, Let me know when you want to interview me again. I definitely want to be back.
We'll work on something. We'll work on
But
something.
next time, if we're gonna talk about the food, let's actually because
That's a good idea.
you got my stomach growling,
I
and I don't
now I
understand.
gotta think. Put that in the fridge.
You understand? Now I gotta go and find something, but you know what? It's worth it. It's
It's
worth it.
worth it. We'll find a cross button.
Oh yes, I need to get some. Anybody from Ghana, send some croissants to me, please. Thank you.
I can ask mommy. All right. Thank you so much, Arinze.